Good morning. It's the 710 Morning Show on Monday. Good morning, Nurse Colleen.
Good morning.
How is everyone out there in YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch land this morning? It is a lovely Monday morning here in the great state of Florida. Hope you guys are having a good one. We're talking about the differences between skunk, haze, and kush today, which I think is interesting because I have no idea what the difference between skunk, haze, and kush are, other than they taste different.
Yeah.
You know, I know that skunk. I know that I smelled weed before I smelled a skunk, and I thought skunks smelled like weed for a very long time. And I'd be like, when I first went upstate because they don't have skunks really in Staten Island or Brooklyn. There's no like skunks. They have raccoons, which nobody seems to believe me, but I see them. I've seen them. But they do not have skunks. So when I first went to upstate New York, I smelled, we were like walking and I smelled like a skunk. I was like, oh man, someone's got good weed over here. And I kept thinking that, and people were like, that's skunk. I'm like, yeah, no. It's like, let's find it. Where's the skunk? But it was actually smells like skunk, which blows my mind. Like, I was like, wait, I thought skunks were supposed to smell bad. I have an association where they smell good. But I would assume that, and I've never been sprayed by a skunk, I would assume that being hit by a skunk is probably not a pleasant experience. I would imagine. But where do these strains come from? What's the story with all of this? And all of that on the 710 Morning Show. Skunk, kush, and what was the other one?
Haze.
Haze, that's right. Skunk, kush, and haze. What's the difference? There's so many different strains out there. We're always talking about indica and sativa.
We met someone named Hayes who works over at VitaCan up in Jacksonville.
How did they spell it? Was it like
I don't remember. I don't know.
Was it like
Hayes?
Willie Mays Hayes?
I don't know.
I'm gonna keep making Major League references so that movie doesn't lose relevance.
It's my son's last name, Hayes. It's funny.
You should have a strain named Jordan Hayes.
You should.
So almost every cannabis user in the world has heard of skunk, haze, and kush. But why are these so popular? And why are they some of the biggest strains? I honestly learned a lot by reading into some of this stuff because I don't really know the whole history of where these skunk, kush, and haze come from. But they've become basically, I would say like half of all the strains that you see are one of these, right? Like in the dispensary, one of them, they like when you go in, half of them are like something kush or something haze. I don't see a lot of skunk. Do you see it? Do you remember seeing like a lot of skunk?
Not at all.
I wish we did because I like skunk because it smells really good like skunks.
We have super lemon haze this morning. It smells really good.
Oh, there's a haze. We got a haze. We have any kushes?
I don't think so.
I don't think we do.
I'm having some really bad hot flashes this morning.
I'm getting one right now as well. I'm not sure what's going on.
It's not that hot in here either. I don't know.
No, it has something to do with our bodies, not the environment. What is skunk cannabis? Let's see. You want to go to? Let's go to what is haze cannabis first. All right, because
since we got a haze right here,
right. Oh well, they're messing with me and then putting haze all the way at the end.
Of course.
All right, what is haze cannabis? Haze is different than the other ones because they are not as haze is not as stony as the other ones.
Oh, really?
So kush and skunk are more kind of in the couch kind of stuff, like something that's going to put you down, smoke it at night. Whereas haze, right, is more of a sativa, is more mind uplifting, fills the body with energy. I'm gonna push back on that one a little bit. I don't know if it fills the body with energy. but
it helps me with depression.
it helps.
Yeah. Right.
I wouldn't say I'm about to go out and take on Sha'Carri Richardson after I
haze.
smoke some haze, but
she smoked some haze.
And now she's got the I guess one of the runners that's now a top contender because she was disqualified is, upset that people are boycotting the Olympics over it, and now there's a rivalry there, which is interesting. There's so many reasons to just cancel these Olympics. Like they're just like, ridiculous. Like, why should any of this count? Like, these people are like, the athletes are stuck in this space where, well, do I get vaccinated and risk losing like a split second off my time, or and risk getting COVID, which it seems like a lot of them are, or do I get the vaccine and not, and maybe not perform as well? Like the country unrelated to the Olympics is seeing like this huge increase in COVID cases. Right. Like, how are any of these like things going to count when you have people that are deliberately like, I don't feel like going today because I'm too stressed out, like, how can all this count? They should just cancel these. I know people have trained forever. I know I'm wrong. I know. But haze, let's see, where did haze come from? So what are the characteristics of haze cannabis? So as a sativa dominant hybrid, haze reaches much taller heights than sativa counterparts. So plant grows taller. Growers can keep indoor plants at modest height with training techniques, but left to their own devices, the plant can climb up to 300 centimeters if given the room. Quick, what's 300 centimeters? I don't have a clue.
Like, really? Well, it's 2.5 centimeters like an inch.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that should make it easier.
Should.
So it's like 175,
maybe somewhere in there.
Yeah, something like that. That's pretty goddamn tall. It's very tall. That's, well, even if it's 100 inches, right? Even if it's a third, if it's 100 inches, that's pretty goddamn tall. Because 6 feet is 72.
Right.
So haze plants have produced taller and thinner colas, not colas. Colas.
Were you watching that when it was that Alexa thing last night? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Alexa.
That show is really weird, and I don't know. It's like pulls me back and forth. I'm like, what is going on?
Kevin can fuck himself.
It's a really interesting show. Like from a show standpoint, like not even like the subject matter, just like how it goes back and forth between sitcom and like uber drama. It's almost like when you see like a cartoon world and then it changes to like reality, and it's just like you see like the realism, It's really cool. It really points out how ridiculous sitcoms can be. But if you haven't seen the show, it literally flip-flops back and forth between like an All in the Family style sitcom with a laugh track to like a drama with a really dark cinematic tone. Like everything is really deep, rich tones and stuff. It's really interesting. And it's got the girl from Schitt's Creek is the main character.
Yeah, Annie. Is it Annie Murphy?
I think so.
Usually terrible with names, but it's similar enough to mine that I was like, oh.
What do you think of the show? You like it?
It's funny.
You like it?
I like her.
Yeah, I think she's good. I think the rest of the actors are good too. They're like, I can't wait to see. I want to see the rest of the actors that are in that. I know this is a huge digression, but anyway, I want to see the rest of the actors that are in like the sitcom part. I want to see what they're like in the serious part, because they got like their whole personality is going to change.
Yeah.
That's going to be weird. But how does that happen? Like, I'm excited for the evolution of that show.
Yeah.
Because whenever they're in it, it turns to a sitcom.
Right. When their husband's in it, it's a sitcom.
Right. And he's funny. He's hilarious. I don't know who that guy is, but he's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
I'd never seen him before. Anyway, back to the history of haze cannabis. During the 70s, Brothers R. Hayes and J. Hayes created the hybrid by crossing Mexican and Colombian land races. So the actual name Hayes comes
Huh.
from the last name of two brothers
In the 70s.
in the
early
70s. See, that's something that I'm like, what? Really? I thought it would be like haze, like there's something like some sort of haze, right? Isn't that what you think? That's what I think of when I think of haze.
Yeah.
But it's actually somebody's name. Did you learn that today? I was today
Yeah.
years old when I learned that.
Just today. Mhm.
So after whittling away at the progeny over
know.
over several generations of breeding, they finally landed on something that they decided to call Original Haze, and it was loaded with sweet terpenes, cerebral and
Like
mentally
this
active.
lemon, like the super lemon haze.
That's right, sweet terpenes. See, it all makes sense. Interestingly, the Hayes brothers were in contact with Sam the Skunk Man around this time. Oh, I guess we're going to learn about Sam the Skunk Man when we scroll back. The creator of Skunk Number 1 managed to get his hands on some Original Haze. Sam took some of these seeds to Amsterdam in the 80s and eventually gifted them to the famous Australian breeder Neville Schoenmakers. The Aussie went on to use the genetics to create Neville's Haze, a strain famous for its vibrant high and Cannabis Cup awards. And I've never had nor heard of Neville's Haze.
We had Amnesia haze recently.
Yes. Amnesia Haze.
We have
just
a
got.
lot of strains.
Right now?
Yeah.
What do we got?
We have the Emerald City Kush. Right?
Emerald City Kush.
Emerald
Right?
City Kush. There's a Kush. We have the Super Lemon Haze.
Oh, we have a Kush.
The Super Lemon Haze. Then we have the Mac one. And then we have the Point Break and Banana Bread. We stopped by Sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
They opened one up in Jupiter.
We also have that, whatever that blueberry pre-roll is, still downstairs.
Oh yeah, it's like original blueberry. I think,
Original.
isn't it?
Was it? Something like that.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I
But
can't remember either.
I'm glad we have a Kush. We have a Kush and a Haze. See?
Kush and a haze.
Does that make up half of what we have? It's a little
Pretty
less.
much.
There's also those crumbles over there too.
Yeah, that's a mint chip and
LSD, right?
yeah, LSD. Yeah.
So, some of the best haze cannabis strains. I'm going to go with the Super Lemon Haze. Is going to be one of my favorite. Amnesia Haze. We just got. Do we still have that?
I
Or
don't know.
we
It's from
finished it?
Fluent.
It was from Fluent, right?
Yeah,
We might be out of that, but
might be.
that was pretty good. I enjoyed that.
Might be gone.
So, let's learn about Kush. How about that?
Sorry.
What is Kush cannabis? Members of the Kush lineage are some of the most popular strains in the world that have come out on top during countless cannabis competitions. These strains occupy the strong indica end of the spectrum and have treated smokers to their deeply relaxing and euphoric effects for decades in the West. Humans also enjoyed the landrace ancestors of Kush possibly for thousands of years in their homeland of the Himalayas.
Whew.
That haze is kicking in.
Yeah, right. Oh. Whew.
So, Kush cannabis strains possess unique traits that make it apparent they belong to the same family. A strong presence of Kush genetics in a cultivar will usually result in a recognizable appearance, smell, flavor, and effect. The indica nature of Kush means that the plants display a similar morphology to their skunk cousins. They grow shorter and bushier than tall and lanky sativa plants. So they're short and bushy, and their leaves are wide with thick stems, and their canopies grow laterally. That means across. Kush flowers are often dense, compact, and chunky. They feature pistils that vary in color from bright orange to rust bronze. They also carry a distinctive smell. Abundant trichomes on these flowers work hard during the flowering phase to pump out terpenes that converge to create scents of grape, flowers, diesel, earthiness, and citrus. That also makes it taste really good. So Kush strains provide a physical body high that seems to melt the muscles. And over the, so we talk. We talk a bit about THC percentages, and some of these are kind of known to have a certain THC percentage, or at least a little bit of a range. So I think one of the good things to look for, and honestly, this just dawned on me, is if a strain is historically for years between 16 and 20%, right? And then all of a sudden some breeders are having it, or some places have it at 30%, 25%, but the original strain is only supposed to have a certain amount. There might be something going on there, right, to try and maximize the THC yield, right?
Yeah.
So in Kush strains, they're usually around 18%. Right? So does that sound low or high? It's interesting with the THC percentages.
Right. Well, we've noticed that when they try to adjust the THC, other parts suffer, I think, anyway.
Yeah, I think we're in a predicament that I think we'll get out of. I don't know how serious it is. It's just a kind of a marketing predicament, but I think we're in this place where people are judging the strains by numbers because it's easier. It's people really like to judge things by numbers because it's very clear. One's higher, one's lower. There's no ambiguity. So it's much easier to find the best cannabis or get the most for your money. If you're going by the number, you're like confident I'm getting the most for my money. But if you look further and you realize that cannabis, your genetics affected, the different other things in the cannabis plant, like the other cannabinoids and the terpenes and the flavonoids, all make a huge difference, all make a huge impact on you other than that THC number. So once you realize that, then it's like, okay, I get it, but that's really complicated to figure out. So you go back to the number anyway. That's what I think a lot of people do. And it's not that the number is completely irrelevant. It's just not the most important thing. And we're guilty of it. We look at the numbers right away. And then a lot of the times we'll grab a strain. This one's a good example. There's Point Break. This Point Break was awesome. And it's 19%, as opposed to like a 23 or something like that. It was something else that we had the other day that was like a 17 that I really liked.
Ooh.
Really hit
wow.
pretty hard. This is a tough strain this morning, huh?
It is. Yeah. No, it's juicy. We should press it.
We should press it. It probably is. So where did Kush come from? The story of Kush all starts in the Hindu Kush regions of the Himalayas. Boom, that's where the Kush comes from. Hindu Kush region. See, I didn't know that either. Am I just a big moron?
It
never dawned on me to like find out where the names come from.
Yeah, I don't think I knew that either.
So I feel like I should know that there's a Hindu Kush region of the Himalayas, and that's where weed came from. I feel like that's a faux pas on my part not to know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
So now, if you felt the same way, you're not alone.
Right.
So now you can rest assured knowing that we host a cannabis show, and I didn't know that.
Isn't there a guy whose last name is Cushman?
Kyle Cushman.
Kyle Cushman. I thought it came from him.
I did too. And then I thought the name was made up. You know, as a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever figured out if it was made up or not. I think we should have Kyle on the show and ask him.
Yes.
I think that's a good idea. Kyle, big Rush fan, also a drummer.
Oh, you guys should have a drum off.
Do like a little Rush jam. That'd be great. So it was the legendary hippie trail that resulted in the transportation of Kush genetics to the West. Many of the members of the hippie subculture made this overland journey from the mid 50s to the late 70s. And then starting in Europe, ending in India, Nepal, and Thailand, these peace and love enthusiasts sought new cultural experiences, mystical elements of religions, and good weed. Many of them ended up bringing home cannabis seeds, including those of the Hindu Kush variety. That's how they got to the U.S. When they landed in the U.S., breeders became enthralled with the stability of these robust genetics. As an indica, the variety also boasted much shorter flowering period than the popular sativa strains. So people were like, whoa, this weed is good and it grows fast and it's easy to grow. It's going to be pretty popular.
My dad told me the other day I coughed too much on the show and I should maybe stop smoking.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. My dad.
My, I think my mom said that like a while ago.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I think they're missing the point.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but you know,
Yeah.
if you look, you know, what's funny is that I was looking at
Just can't help it.
old newscast interviews, like from the 60s and 50s and 70s,
Mhm.
and people would smoke on the set, like the talk show host would smoke a cigarette, and people sitting there would smoke a cigarette, you know, like on TV.
Well, they do an awful. Excuse me.
They don't cough as much as we do.
No, they do an awful lot of drinking on morning shows.
Oh, more
You
like
notice
now
that?
they do.
Yeah, now they do. Yeah, a lot of drinking. So I apologize for all the coughing, but I just cannot help it.
Yeah, it's and you know what's funny to me is I usually cough a hell of a lot more.
When we're not on the show.
Don't you think so?
Are you purposely not coughing?
Maybe I'm holding it back. I don't know.
No.
But it's usually I'm like, oh my god, like I because it concerns me. I'm like, why do I fucking cough so much? You know. So what?
Kush.
So the Kushes that we, some examples of Kushes, you guys know, OG Kush,
What's that heavy hitter?
Royal Kush. What's this one again? Emerald City Kush. So this is from the land of Oz Kush.
Yeah, those are the littles over there. A shout out to Taylor. Went up to the Grow Healthy over here in Lake Worth. And she was actually there when we got engaged at the West Palm location.
Oh yeah.
And she went to our event over here in West Palm too. So those are the littles from Grow Healthy. Not really little, are they?
They're not.
And they have a
container.
Right, little container. They're opening over there in Tampa, right?
They are. Don't ask when.
Right, but it's coming.
It's coming. And it's almost like a marketing, like an accidental marketing ploy that they tease these grand openings for so long, but they really don't know when they're going to open.
Right, it's the Department of Health. That's why it's hard for us to plan. Like I just got word from Rob that the Vitacan's opening soon.
Yes,
but it's hard for us to plan the opening schedule because we don't usually know until right beforehand.
Yeah, it's because there's like all these last minute things that they have to approve, and the approval process there and the way that all goes is not great. It's understaffed, underfunded. So and the people and there's the criteria that by which they navigate is very loose. There's one day windows could be too dark, the next day they could be perfectly fine. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's and they come up with different rules that you got to separate patients from here and from here, and then you got to come up with ways to do that.
I mean, it's so silly.
And then your signage and how big your sign can be, and like, I mean, so much.
Yeah.
So, don't
Yeah.
need it. Don't need
No.
it at all.
Uh-uh.
So what's our last one here? We did Kush, we did
A
Haze,
skunk.
skunk. We saved the best for last.
Yeah.
I wish I had some skunk.
We don't have any skunk, do we?
I want some skunk that smells like skunk. I haven't had that yet here in the legal market. Haven't had anything that I'm like, oh,
Skunky funky.
that smells like a backyard.
Good morning up on Instagram. You could head over to YouTube channel 710 and you'll see more people in the morning chat. We can't read the comments, it's too far away. And we're not looking at the other comments, but at least you'll see other people there. And if you're on Facebook too, if you head over to YouTube channel 710, you'll see a whole morning group of people chatting. Big group of people.
Yes, it's I assume it's a lot of fun. I'm not in there, so I don't know. Like it's like I'll never be able to see my own face. I'll never be able to be in the chat.
Oh, why don't you tell me what you were just doing a minute ago?
What was I just doing? What was I just doing? Now I'm lost. What was I doing?
He was going to turn on the camera.
Oh my God. That was in another dimension. I think I'm having a break from reality, honestly. No joke. I think I'm having a break from reality. I went to go turn on the camera.
The camera of their Instagram.
Yeah, the Instagram camera. And I'm waiting
for the person to come sit down.
For the other person that's hosting this show to come and sit down so I can hit the record button.
Which is?
Who is me.
You.
Yeah.
He was waiting for himself to
sit down.
waiting
for myself to sit down so that I could
button.
start the camera.
Look at that finger.
Wrap your head around that one.
That bubble in my finger.
How's it good? Is it getting bigger?
Feels so weird.
We got double bubble there.
I know.
That's the good kind.
Not a fan.
So, skunk.
Yeah.
So for a long time, people just thought smelly weed was skunky weed.
Yeah.
And that was just from some people that generalize terms. But reality is that skunk is an actual type of cannabis.
Right.
And it's originally known skunk number 1. And it received its title from its namesake animal. That's right. It actually smells like skunk. I don't know why that still blows my mind so much. It's just like, I'll never forget that smell and that realization. It was just like one of those duh moments. Like I was like, oh, it really smells like that animal. That's really what a skunk smells like. Felt so stupid. So, some cannabis users describe the scent of skunk terpenes as reminiscent of that sprayed from the rear of a certain black and white mammal named Pepe Le Pew. Oh, he's canceled. Sorry.
That's right.
The name also simply hints at the strength and pungency of the aroma of skunk number 1. So, media tends to use skunk as a catch-all term for smelly cannabis. Skunky because it just means pungent. That's kind of what I thought. I didn't think it really smelled like a skunk. Anyway, can anybody recommend some skunk that smells like a skunk anywhere? Anybody have any? I'd like to try. I think that would be a good seller here. It's a unique terpene profile. Nobody's got it, I don't understand why not.
What is that terpene?
Oh, I don't know. What makes skunk so special? Skunk offers a well-rounded package of phytochemicals, solid and reliable genetics, and delicious taste. Slightly indica dominant. It features a typically indica morphology. It grows in a compact, bushy manner and possesses thick, fingered fan leaves and a dense canopy. It's about 17% on average THC, although that fluctuates. And elevates the mood, relaxes the body, and offers a relaxing, peaceful state of mind. See, I think I'd like to have some skunk. Skunk number 1 flowers also contain around 1% CBG, which provides a soothing effect, but it's not psychoactive. So that's also interesting. Learned that today as well. The flowers of this strain offer a pleasant and slightly sour taste They contain high levels of the terpene myrcene that underpin the relaxing effects of the cultivar. I think I need some more liquid.
We have water today too. Ow.
The strain makes good smoke during the late afternoon and evening if you've completed all the day's tasks. Despite exerting a more sleepy effect, skunk number 1 still inspires creative thoughts and works great when writing or drawing. 8 to 9 weeks from to harvest. So it's pretty short. And it first appeared in the US in the 1970s. So, where did it come from? Remains fairly obscure, but we learn who the legendary breeder Sam the Skunk Man was. Created the first generation of this variety by combining crossing Colombian Gold, Acapulco Gold, and Afghani number 1. And then he headed for Amsterdam and teamed up with other breeders, and then they came up with skunk number 1. So unlike the other strains that seem like they're original strains, like original landraised strains that are named for the area that they come from, skunk was created and from crossing a bunch of other stuff, and has only been around since the 80s. So maybe that's what makes it so much more difficult to get, or it's so much more difficult to find. But if you're a dispensary out there, skunk, get some skunk that really smells like skunk.
Yeah,
I'll get some.
I want to try that out.
I'll pick it up. Oh, I don't have a banner for our event yet, so I'm gonna have to put up our
That's right. We have one this Thursday, don't we?
That's correct.
This
Thursday. This Thursday, we're going to be in Orlando at Broken Strings. And
James says Sam the Skunk Man was a DEA agent.
Sam the Skunk Man. I think that's just really funny. Seed websites. I don't want to tell you about seed websites. I don't know anything about them. I got to learn about them first, and then I'll tell you.
Pete.
Green car Pete vents. So,
Yes.
yeah, so a lot of people are registering already.
Yeah.
For the event. There's definitely over 100 people already registered.
This Thursday at Broken Strings Brewery in Orlando.
That's right.
Good morning, Bella Vita.
And what else is going on that day? I need more water.
We're having our first official Orlando Normal members meeting.
Oh my goodness. Orlando Normal members.
So we're going to be there from like 4:20 on. So we asked for people to come and meet and greet and hang out with each other. And then at 6, we're starting the official member meeting.
Thanks, Chuck. That was cool.
Yeah.
I need somebody to just you can just make your comment and then I'll make it a banner. I can't believe it took us this long to come up with that plan. I'm just gonna be like, can somebody write this? And then they write it and then I'll put it up. It's pretty genius. Where is the Sarasota green carpet? It's in Sarasota.
Do you know where?
Do I know where? No, I certainly don't.
No, we don't know yet.
Do you know where, Micro D?
Where's the Orlando Normal members meeting? It's going to be at the Broken Strings Brewery at the same place where the green carpet event is. It's just beforehand.
Yes. So
officially starts at 6 is when I'm going to start talking. But it's from 4:20 to 7 meet and greet.
Right. So we're going to be there from 4:20 to, we're going to be there from 4:20 until forever.
Probably midnight.
But we're going to be like, it's kind of like a loose up until 6 o'clock. Then it gets more official as the members meeting and then officially into the green carpet. But before then it's kind of loose because
meet and greet, hang out.
We're going to be there all day, but I don't know if you guys want to hang out like all day.
Right.
But if you have it, so if you have any time, during the day, say you can't make it at night or you can't make it during the day, you can come at night, so you get a big window to come and
Right.
hang out. I think that's good.
And if someone wants to come and have like more personalized attention or has questions or wants to talk, it'd be better to come earlier
Yes.
if you're able to.
Yes. If you have a lot of products that you'd like to press, come early.
It can be overwhelming when everyone's there at the same time trying to like the last time on the bus was like, whoa, crazy.
Yeah, that was a little much.
I'm sure you agree, Michael, right?
It was a little much. I had nowhere to go. I was like,
yeah, it was a little uncomfortable. I was like crammed over in the corner and like sitting sideways. And then when I got up, I was like,
so we came up with a bunch of different solutions to that. And one of them was pop outs. I could make pop outs and build them into there, but I figured that might take a little bit too long.
Be a lot of work.
And it does seem like a lot of work as well.
Yeah.
And then another solution was to add another trailer, to the back.
Right.
But then again, that's a little much too. And that's going to, greatly increase the amount of gas that we use. So, so we have 2 plans. One of them is if it's nice out, we'll be outside. Like last night was gorgeous. I would love to be outside like a night like last night. Yeah, it was not raining, and it was like beautiful outside. I think you mentioned that it was nice out last night, and it was so like if we're at night and it's nice out, we can be outside, or we're just gonna have like maximum occupancy, and you gotta sign up to come in, and like you gotta be on a sign up sheet, and once you're done pressing, get outside and go dab it somewhere else.
There was like 30 people in there. It was crazy.
So what I gotta figure out is
how we're gonna do that.
What I need is I need
you need a security.
No, I need I need an apprentice. Presser apprentice.
Yeah, so we should bring this one too. I want to compare the two.
Oh, that'd be good.
I'm going to compare the two.
Well, we still have to do that, like literally, like right here on this desk.
Yeah,
I want to have them both right there.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty fun video.
And the other one is a hand crank.
Yes.
So you could have them press their own. Couldn't they just press their own?
I think that's going to be the thing. I think that's what
because
we're gonna do.
Pete's, I guess, this is a lot to keep doing all night long.
It is a lot to keep doing all night long. But I'm not going to lie. It's kind of fun. I mean,
so you might have to press your own, but the press will be there for people to use.
I think that's going to be that's the price of pressing it. Is you got to do this.
Pete's maybe not liking the idea of being the presser.
It's different when it was this.
Pushing a button.
Now it's for 2 hours.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So, although
we need some
probably
chairs.
Good for my drumming.
We need some chairs that aren't that tall.
Chairs that aren't that tall?
Yeah.
For where?
For the bus.
For the bus, we need to just keep people off the bus.
For outside of the bus.
If we have
the table outside, we need chairs. We have a normal sized table and the chairs are high chairs.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we'd probably be better off getting a higher table to go.
We have so many chairs.
Because we have so many chairs that are high. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with them except put them around this thing. Put them around this.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that we could have more people on the show.
We have a bunch of these chairs, like folding chairs, but they're tall.
But they're also different heights.
Right. It's really it doesn't make any sense.
Some of them, well, they're IKEA.
Yeah.
So some of them are like a little low. They're all higher than a normal chair, but some of them are a little higher than the other ones. So
that's what you should do. You should go over to IKEA and get a table that matches the chairs.
Yeah, they do have those. They probably do have higher folding tables with like retractable legs, so you can have like a standing thing, right?
Salty says table on the side of the bus mount. We just need it all so that it just flops down from the back of the bus.
That's
like
what I'm
just
saying.
Folds down like a Murphy bed table with chairs and the press and everything.
And an awning goes right over, pulls right out. Be sweet. Or how about how about the, the campers that you see and they have the kitchen like built into the side, it flips out. You flip the thing open, there's a kitchen there.
Yeah.
You flip it open and there's like dab station and flower press, right? And the whole thing is just like right there. And then the top of it is a big TV screen. You flip it up. Think we can do that? I think we can manage that. So who's going to come out? Who's coming out for
I
it?
need to start charging and press it. Oh, shit.
Flip down dead. And I think, could you imagine like we'd have the only bus with like that would definitely be unique.
Dab press.
The dab press built into the side of it. And we just roll up. Think about, we could roll up to dispensaries and just like have a whole, just
Dab
be
around.
there for the day.
Yeah.
And we could be on the bus like working and see who shows up.
Come dab your flower.
Just that they'd go in. I wonder if that's okay. I wonder if they're allowed to go in, right? Buy their stuff and come out and press it. I don't see why that would not be okay. Consuming it may be gray area, but pressing it outside?
Mhm.
What do you think?
I think that would be okay. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if you could do it right there. Are you supposed to like wait till you get home to open your medicine? Is that why they like staple it closed? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think you're allowed to open it in the car, but I don't think you're allowed to. I don't know. I've heard that you're not allowed to have it within reach in the car.
Well, I want to start doing those education with the like senior education.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Fun. Because the bus, remember we got the bus and we wanted to pull it up to like 55 and older communities, like start doing that. So I don't know, but pressing.
So we also need a
PA
PA system built into the side of the bus as
Right.
well. So the speakers are just turn it on and the whole bus becomes a big speaker. I've wanted that from the beginning, actually.
Yeah, you don't have that? That's not like the thing that you have?
I mean, we could do that, but I mean like it being built in to like where the whole bus has like speakers all over it. I wanted to build them into the bottom. Like I had this whole idea where I wanted it to be like we could roll up and be loud and start talking about cannabis and everybody hears it.
Yeah.
And that turned into my little, hey, get out of the way. my little blowhorn there. I thought that'd be a lot louder, actually.
Hey, get out of the way. Oh.
Thought that would be much louder, but it's not. Yeah, not within reach when you're in the car, but that's if you're driving the car, not if you're sitting in a parking lot somewhere, which is private property. So there's all these gray areas. But have you heard anybody get in trouble for it? Like I haven't heard of that. Maybe they, nobody's reporting it, but I haven't heard of anyone getting in trouble for having weed within reach in the car.
I don't know.
Like what's the penalty for that?
I don't know, but didn't they have something on the paper that we just bought? Like there was something like notice on there.
Oh, it was be courteous and don't consume in public.
Oh, just be courteous.
Oh yeah, it was in public. It's illegal to consume.
Right.
So be courteous. So it seemed to me like something must have happened where people were consuming and they got caught consuming. And I can see what your violation would be. You're consuming marijuana in public. That's probably its own violation. But if you have marijuana within reach in the car, it seems like some sort of weird infraction. I can't imagine.
Right.
I don't know what that would be. It smells really good. Right? Was it Point Break?
Really good. Yeah, it's like ridiculous. This Point Break, you guys, is really good. And it's like purpley buds, like green and purple. Really.
It's from the Sanctuary.
Deliciousness here. Yeah, really.
The Sanctuary.
So the Sanctuary is over in
sticky, huh? Sticky
yeah,
in there?
it is stick inside there. The Sanctuary is over in Orlando, but they just opened one in Jupiter.
Yeah,
So the flower pot is downstairs, huh?
The flower pot, you want it?
I don't know. What do you think?
I could get it if you like.
I could get it too.
You could. I think you're more comfortable getting it than being here by yourself.
um, so yeah, it was fun getting up there. They have a lot of really cool glass pieces and the cases in there.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was more
Mhm.
glass that I'd seen in a dispensary.
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
seen that much glass.
Yeah.
And it was, it wasn't like going to Swamp City where the glass is a lot of glass, like
Yeah.
very expensive glass. It was all affordable glass.
It was all like
it was all
reasonably
stuff you could
priced.
afford.
Yeah.
It wasn't like hand blown, all sorts of craziness.
Again, if you're over on Instagram or Facebook, go over to YouTube channel 710 and you'll see everyone else in the morning chat.
That's correct. Okay, flower pot is on its way. All right. So we're gonna get some of this flower going. I learned a lot about the I learned a lot about the haze and the skunk and all of that. I didn't know any of that. So sometimes it's good when I don't have news to report, because then I go and dig into different topics, and that was fun. Dylan, why does YouTube suck? I'm more of a fan of YouTube than Facebook, I'll tell you that. So I started this event on Facebook, and the event so they keep prompting me. So Facebook has shadow banned us for years. We have like 45,000 like followers or likes or whatever, and nothing ever gets seen because we're shadow banned. So like the same 20 people see everything on there. So they keep that. We also have no advertising, so we can't boost posts or anything like that. Those advertising accounts are shut down. So they keep prompting me to host a paid online event. Host a paid online event. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'll host a paid online event. Let's see if I can break their algorithm or something. If I can host an event. So I started the event, and the event is called, and it's on Facebook. It's called the event to see if we can get the shadow ban lifted from Facebook. So, yes, I do. Perfect. It's here. And it's plugged in.
Cool.
And it's turned on. That's right. Flower pot has returned.
Cool.
All right. Yes, right there. We have it's weird. The headphone splitter splits the sound. When you unplug, mine gets louder. When you plug back in, it gets lower.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's interesting. Very interesting. You okay? What's going on?
Yes, I just want to fix this.
This flower is so pretty. I wish you guys could see like all this pretty purple in
Is
here.
that better?
It's beautiful. Is that better? I don't know.
It looked like that was like pulling, like the headphones were pulling that way. So
yeah. It's a little better.
Gave a little bit more length over there.
Yep.
All right, you got that on there. This is firing up.
Yeah.
I need a break for a moment.
Oh, do you?
I do.
For what?
To relieve myself.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I'll be right back.
All right, go ahead. I'll go back to the comments. I'll go over here to the comments. What's up, everybody? Woohoo. Hello. Hey, Dylan. Oh, you don't like YouTube? That's fine. Good morning, April and Martha, James, Jason, Chuck, Christine, the Pips, Michael, Micro D, Christopher, Nina. Mhm. Good morning. And we're up on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, we can head over to YouTube, channel 710, and you'll see everyone else in the morning comments. Oh, and then we have some of this delicious Point Break. Huh. Michael's over on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you can head over to channel 710 on YouTube. And here I'm going to try this flower pot. So maybe I should grind it up a little more, you think? It's supposed to be finely ground.
Finely ground. Oh, too many
So
fluids. this
yummy.
morning. Too much fluid.
Yummy, yummy. So I'm happy with the flower over there from Sanctuary. And they had some really cool glass pieces, and they had like little chillums, and they had like bigger pieces and bongs, and really interesting. Nice crew over there. I saw Faith. Faith and I worked together at another dispensary.
Oh,
like to
yeah.
name-
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Everybody knows you. Good morning, high class Carrie. Be careful with your fingers, please, Nurse Colleen.
No burning.
No burning.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys can see. It's like
No burning.
both fingers like blistered up.
I'm going to grab the Q-tip.
I think we need to let it cool and like clean the whole thing. I've tried to use the Q-tip and it doesn't seem to do much.
Yeah, we're going to have to, it doesn't, we're going to have to soak that thing. But after the dab, it's good to try and get that out. That's where we went wrong the first time. All right.
Is what?
It, so you should clean it out like after each dab,
Okay,
you know?
Gotcha. And you know what I remember now too? I feel like I actually realized after everyone was, the ISO bath. After everyone was off the bus, we have a whole container of Q-tips in the bathroom.
We do. I knew it.
Yeah, we do.
fucking
There's a
knew
whole
it.
thing in there. It's
Knew
just
it.
hidden under stuff, but it's in there. All right.
I'm drinking vodka.
How are you?
That's
I'm
the
having
morning show way.
Having a rough morning, huh?
Vodka morning.
Vodka.
We speak Smirnoff.
Yeah, there's like 2 blisters there. One there.
Do you
This
have
one popped already.
you have a dab ready over there, or you just want to do the flower?
I kind of just want to taste this flower by itself
All
because
right.
it's so delicious. So
All right.
I'll take it.
Okay.
It's so tasty. Yummy.
Nice. That's the Point Break. It's the
It's really good.
you know what's funny is that we watched the movie Point Break the other day. And it was like the 30th anniversary of its release.
Oh, look, there's Kyle Cushman's real name.
Oh.
Adam Ornstein.
Aha.
See?
See. Learn something new every day.
It's very, very low temp. See, even this is on 708 degrees.
Yeah.
And it's
Juicy?
yeah, yummy.
Oh yeah, so we watched the movie Point Break the other day. And thanks, Chuck. And we went to we were watching it, and
Little green still there.
it seems like Nurse Colleen lost interest in it after a little while.
Yeah, I did.
So then I was talking to my friend Rob, who I haven't talked to him in years, like fucking 20 years. And I was like, yeah, it was made Colleen watch Point Break the other day, and he was like, what did you say? He went and he found his wife, and he's like, what? Tell him what you just said. And I was like, I made Colleen watch Point Break the other day. She's like, oh, and he was like, I made her watch Point Break the other day, and she fell asleep. I was like, yeah, there's Colleen lost interest too. It must be. I don't know if it just moved really slow, or it's just like
It does. Those old movies are so slow.
kind of a dude movie.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a dude movie. I don't know. I just was not interested in it.
There was a point in the movie where there was
zero interest, but that Manifest show too. I didn't like that either.
where Anthony Kiedis was in it.
Yeah, that's about the only point I was interested in.
Yeah, I wasn't too impressed with the Manifest. I heard a lot of good things, but it was like
I didn't like it.
a lot of it was
It was too cheesy.
It was like super cheesy, and a lot of the stuff didn't make any sense. Already in the first episode, it was like that's stupid. Like all of it didn't make any sense. So I wasn't a big fan.
Here for you, sir. I was not either. You're welcome.
Which is actually probably better because
Wendy said watch the 4400.
We should, because that's actually what reminded me about the other one, Manifest. Manifest actually got canceled, and they haven't resolved what happened to all these, like what actually happened, which is like the big mystery. What happened? Like these people go in a plane and then they arrive, 5 years later, they disappear and then they arrive 5 years later. Nobody knows what happened. And then they haven't explained that yet, and it's gotten canceled. So there's all these people that are invested in this show that are going to have like no closure. So like there's this petition to like at least write the ending so that people can have some sort of closure. So I don't want to be one of those people. So I'm glad I didn't like it.
I was going to say, it doesn't sound like anything we should want to get into
Exactly.
anyway. If there's no end to it. Like,
Exactly.
what's the point at this time? I mean, especially since you know that already. Like,
So one of the best parts
LSD
about
this morning too.
One of the best parts about the flower pot,
Yeah.
is that you can take the heat off.
Yeah.
You don't have to leave the heat on there. It's
Right.
like, so that when Ed was explaining it, he was saying that he wanted to imitate putting the Bic lighter to the flower, so you can take a hit, pull it off.
Yeah.
Take a hit and pull it off, which is where most other flower vaporizers, that's the heat and that's it.
Right.
And then there's a cool down time, so all of that time you're losing stuff out of that flower. So it's not something that occurred to me.
It's heat
until
on
he said it.
demand, he said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're about to lose Instagram. You could head over to YouTube channel 710 and see the rest of the show. Yeah, that's Ed over there.
Get
Chuck.
up there and fix that.
Get over there and grab it before we lose it. Jungle Cruise.
There we go. It's out there. Oh no, it's not. Leave that one up there.
That's funny. Like fixing my hair. Always, right? I don't know if you guys see the morning, like the pre-show on Instagram. We go live on Instagram first. Pete waiting for himself to get in the chair.
Yep. Total break.
Mm-hmm.
Out of body experience.
Oh, that's hot.
This is episode 366 on IGTV.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's not all the episodes.
Right.
That's all the ones that made it onto IGTV. Whether we were not allowed to broadcast,
Right.
couldn't broadcast, didn't save, didn't post, whatever.
A lot of those.
That is one more than a full year of shows on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's a lot of shows. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
We got there some acid.
Yeah, some LSD. LSD.
For the record, this is a cannabis strain.
Right.
She's not really dabbing LSD.
Right.
Could be some
Crazy people.
somebody on Twitch or something. She's dabbing LSD.
It's the name of the strain.
There is someone on Twitch watching.
It's so delicious. So yummy.
Delicious, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. It's right. I forgot the flour was in there.
What was that?
I forgot the flour was in there.
Oh, nice. We're building up a good cache there.
I know it is nice. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. LSD. And what was the other one? Mint chip, huh?
Yeah.
I like the mint chip.
Yeah. Ooh.
There's a Nurse Colleen bundle.
The weed party.
They put a Nurse Colleen bundle on the
That's
website.
cool.
No way.
It's there. You gotta go check it out.
No, come on.
Cannabis hardware. There's 30 in there. Christ. Electric.
Agree. Flower pot.
It's so cool.
Flower pot premium. Blah, all this stuff.
No,
There it
that's
is.
so cool.
It's true.
It's awesome. I love it. Wow. Huh.
That's what we got. Look.
Yeah.
And it has the logo and everything on it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we know that they're a little pricey, but they are definitely something that saves you a lot of money very quickly.
Yeah.
Especially if you use it all the time. Not to mention helps like your lungs and helps a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah. Like I was saying before though, you could just buy the heating device and this you don't have to buy the whole thing.
Right. This goes on your own glass. We should show that too.
Yeah.
We should show how it goes on the other pieces of glass.
Mhm.
Is that the same gauge? It might be. Actually, maybe I should just do this first.
Right.
And then grab that one and show how it works. All right. Is there flour in there? Can you hook me up with a little flour, please? Thank you very much. This kid is commemorative for Nurse Colleen, one of the personalities behind the 710 morning show. This is great, guys. Love it.
It's awesome. There's such great people over there. But it's really good if you're like, there's a lot of lounges opening up.
Yeah. And I think people need to understand that it's like, this is like American made steel in a factory in Florida. It's going to be a little, it's going to be really high quality and aluminum. And not only going to be really high quality, it's going to be something you're going to own for a long time.
Yes. And you can leave it on all the time, which is really cool too.
And not for nothing, people pay way more for just glass.
Right. Here, let me see. I'll grab another glass and show.
We also have a promo code that gives you 5% off. See, I'm like way louder all of a sudden.
Really?
Yeah. Every time you unplug, I'm like, woo, super loud.
It's a little dirty, but you could put this right in your own piece.
I'll do it.
What?
Pull it through here.
I mean, I don't know if you have to. It's a
little dirty.
But I'm just trying to show people that you could.
Hopefully that's not alcohol in there.
Put it on your own.
Yep. On your own device.
Oh, it's cleaning stuff in there.
It might be. I don't know for sure.
Could you imagine
Hopefully it's water.
How great would that would taste?
I can't be sure.
Right. Hey, there
Oh,
we are.
now it's now
Morning,
mellow again.
everybody. Ooh. Yeah, he's like, I'll do it. Whatever it is, I'll do it.
I love this bracelet, this glow in the dark one, so much. It's just like the coolest thing at night when I get up to pee. I'm like, I have this ring that glows in the dark and this bracelet that glows in the dark, and I'm just like walking with this thing in the ring, and it gets so bright that you can like light your way with it.
It's true. I can see your hand like in the dark. It's crazy. Good morning, hi again.
I think it's a new type of like flashlight system is going to be some sort of glow in the dark kind of material.
Yeah.
You know, like a ring that like really like a Green Lantern kind of like shoots out a light.
Yeah. Oh. Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. What's everyone's plans for the day? What are we doing today?
What are we doing today? That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Sure is.
I don't know.
Work. Jason's going to work. Work. Oh, Kylie's having friends come over soon.
Soon?
Like noon.
Oh. Live Sunday at Channel 710.
Yes, this Sunday. That's right. Yeah,
This
that's
Sunday.
their next live is this Sunday. Yeah, we'll do it, right?
What time is it? What time's it at?
What are you doing this weekend?
Oh yeah, this weekend. That's right. What time's it at?
What time is it at?
Need to know what time it's going to be on Sunday.
Yeah, are you going to Spring Hill?
Probably, yes. So it depends on what time I get back.
Yeah, Pete's probably going to see his kids.
8 p.m. Eastern.
It's been a little bit of time.
A little bit. Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern. I might be able to do that. Might be able to make it back. We'll see.
I don't know.
If not, maybe we do it the next following week.
They go every other Sunday, I think, is when they do it. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, but you haven't seen your kids for a while, so you got to get over there and see them.
Indeed. Got the mint chip now?
Yeah. Ooh, that's hot.
You can use the other one too and go back and forth. Just use this as the cap.
It's really hot.
Please be careful. Give me agita.
Right, I know. Myself too. I think I see how like reactive I am. I'm like shaking and like
Yeah.
I like burn myself here.
Can't get it. Use the other side.
No, I got it. Damn it! It's going up that like up the edge of the thing. It's like there we go. Good morning, Todd.
If that little steam engine thing that shoots out that little hole. Tinkerbell. Welcome to the 710 Morning Show, everybody. If you're looking for the stories of today, the Kush, Hayes, and Skunk story, it's actually really interesting. We learned a lot.
We did.
So you might learn a lot. You just got to scroll back to the beginning because we can't just keep repeating the same information or else it would just be the news.
We also need a nice skunky. Want to see if you can get some of that? Around here.
Do you want to?
We don't have any skunky strains over here in Florida.
Does anybody know of any?
That'd be a good question to ask on social media.
You know, like who's got the skunkiest strain? And I really want to know why there isn't more of it. It's just harder to come by. Do they not like the terpene profiles? I wonder why. Got to be a reason. Does it not grow great in Florida? Is it does it get too moldy? Maybe. Anybody that with growing experience, I'd like to
That's a good question.
pick your brain just a little bit. All right.
Oof.
You good? You got a good hit?
Good. Feeling good. Feeling good. Feeling good.
All right.
Mary's medicinal green cheese. What's that? Oh, a lot of growers won't grow it because of the smell. Michael's saying, interesting. I could see that. The heat in Florida kills skunk. Humidity levels way high. The humidity is too high here. I know what you're talking about. It's like up in Ohio, in Cleveland, I smelled skunk a couple times. At least I think it was skunk when I was little. But there's no skunks here in Florida. Nothing skunky. I don't think I've ever had a skunk. Let's see if we can get some up in New Jersey.
They don't have them here, huh? They have them in upstate. When I went to upstate New York for school, that's when I first saw them. I didn't see them before that. I know they have them in Jersey. They must.
The skunk, you're saying, or like a skunk strain?
A skunk, an actual animal. Is that what you're referring to, or no?
I don't know if they have skunk animals or skunk weed here. Like, I don't know if they have either.
I don't think I've smelled a skunk here. I know I've smelled them upstate. There was like one that used to be like right near the dorm or something, because we used to smell it all the time. And I was just like, it's so weird. Still blows my mind. But I don't remember ever smelling one over here anywhere. Then again, I'm not like outside or anything, you know, like walking around.
Yeah.
I guess sometimes when we ride the bikes, maybe.
No, but like up in Ohio, I'd smell them like driving like on the highway.
Tons of skunks in Ohio.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the smell, they don't like the smell of skunk, Chris is saying, and someone else was saying it too.
Yeah, Michael D.
So they don't like the smell, and that's why they don't grow it. Really, I thought the smell was a good thing.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're trying to grow it in like hiding, it's not easy if it's that strong. Right?
That's true. That's true.
If you're trying to like hide it.
Well, you can. Well, what if
there's tons of skunk?
Unless you have a skunk farm on the same premises, I think that's a pretty dope idea. No.
Yeah.
If you have like a little skunk breeding area.
Banana skunk where, Michael? Michael's saying there's banana skunk.
Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Because I kind of like the smell. I think it gets into if you know that the skunk, that it's a smell of a skunk, maybe.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't offend me. It's not like, it doesn't smell like crap. I'm not like, oh, what's that? I'm like, oh, it smells like weed. Is that just because that's how I was exposed to it?
Maybe, I don't know.
Does it? Aren't you supposed to generally like be offended by smells that are supposed to be bad for you? Right? That's why shit smells so bad. It's because it's toxic. You're not supposed to eat it.
Is that why it smells bad?
Yeah. That's why it smells bad. To you, it smells great to a fly, right?
Right.
It smells awesome to a fly. But not to me. Oh, skunk ape. Yeah, I remember skunk ape, but it just didn't smell like skunk though.
Yeah.
Where's
that?
I don't remember. But I remember having skunk ape.
Yeah, I feel like I did too.
But it didn't smell like skunk. I remember being excited for it to smell like, anytime a skunk comes out, I'm like, oh, it's going to smell like skunk, but it never really does. So it must not be like, they must just be using the name or like referring to the genetics as opposed to referring to, you know, the actual, you know, maybe it's not as, I don't know,
Ooh.
potent aromas. Lemon
Right.
skunk. What is that?
Morning, Rebecca.
Weed
Ooh.
that smells like cat pee. That sounds awful.
What did that say? That's funny.
Where'd that? Oh yeah,
What are you looking for?
ran out. Oh, I got a little more.
Oh, you ran out of water too?
Yeah, I got a little more over there.
Well, I mean, we could wrap it up too.
Super thirsty. As I don't shut the fuck up for an hour and a half. I'm not used to talking so much.
What do you mean?
I mean, like people aren't meant to talk like constantly like this. There's a lot of people that we meet, and some people just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And I'm like, how do you do that? Like, it's so exhausting for me to like keep going like that. And some people just, that's how they are.
Yeah.
There's no like, they're not doing anything. That's how they are.
Right.
I can't imagine. It's so exhausting for me to like keep talking.
Some blackberry that smell like cat pee.
Like, I won't say stuff because I'm too lazy to say it. I'm like, oh, and then I got to say this and then say this and then say this. And then after that's too much.
Yeah. When we're out often, I'll share what we do with people, give cards. Pete does not like to do that.
And when you don't, it
but
throws
it's
me
funny.
off.
It's funny because sometimes I'm just too tired to say something or I just don't want to get into it.
And I look at you
So
like,
I won't say anything.
what are you're not going to give her cards or something?
No.
You're like, cards. I'm like, what?
Shh, don't say anything.
But sometimes you can't help it. And
Yeah.
everybody recognizes you.
They don't say it. And they do anyway. That's weird when that happens.
My favorite is when I go in, they don't recognize me.
Huh.
And then it's like, oh, I didn't recognize you without Colleen. I'm like, yeah, I know. I know. It's out of context, right?
Yes.
It's like seeing the mailman not in the mailman uniform.
Right.
You'd be like, who? Do I know you? I do know you, don't I?
When do you leave, Carrie? Carrie's going down to Mexico. I've been to Mexico, but only on cruises. Never flown there.
Mexico.
We'll be flying soon too, won't we?
I don't know. You're going to do another dab? Damn it.
Good morning, Ramon.
I can put my drums down here now. Do my rim shot.
That would be really funny if you had that right there. Every so often you'd hear like ting, ting.
You get one of those little Casio electronic drums down there. I'll put a little
Tomorrow
keyboard.
morning. Holy shit, she's going to Mexico tomorrow morning.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
That's pretty far.
Soon. It's like really soon.
That's pretty cool. There's Kylie wants to join you on the flight.
She'll be with them to pick you guys up.
What's up, Ramon?
Good morning. Just gonna smoke myself silly this morning. Oh, I guys gotta get over and check out this crumble over at Columbia Care.
That's that CO2 crumble, right?
Yeah,
So apparently they're
delicious.
releasing a bunch of new CO2 products, and this is some of the first of the concentrates, and it's actually really good.
Yeah.
I feel it
Really
significantly.
Yeah.
If that means anything.
I somehow did something to pull. I didn't do much this weekend, but I somehow did something to pull a muscle in my back.
Mm.
Laying on the couch, I pulled a muscle on my back.
Sounds like something Bruce Banner would say. Thunderstorms. What's going on? We're having like a whole discussion about Mexico over there. Ramon's psyched this morning. He's waking me up. He's trying to wake me up.
Good morning.
Needs that, Ramon. Thanks, man. Pretty fluent it out right here. Fluent cup and the fluent shirt.
Sure are.
Need a jacket with like black insert sleeves here. I keep seeing my inside of my sleeves, or weed like lined
Oh, that would be cool. It's a cute idea. I should tell the kids
green or
about
something.
that. I should have Kylie do it with her sewing machine.
Weed lined jacket. Be pretty cool. Just this part of the sleeve.
I did order a marijuana dress.
Yes,
It was too big.
it's pretty cute though.
It was cute, but it was too big. It's still here, but I ordered a small, and I think this time I ordered it with because it has with like sleeves.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because the other one was a tank top and it was too big up here.
I see.
It was a medium, so we'll see what happens.
Ordering clothes online is very difficult.
It is, but they don't have like marijuana clothes you can just go buy in person.
They go to like Spencer's, right?
Yeah, but I don't even know if they
Like
have that
weed
many.
shirts. T-shirt world.
Right.
But they're all like corny
Right.
marijuana t-shirts.
Yes.
And like you can't get, unless you know a printer, you can't get the
710 done.
not ours.
No.
Anyway.
No, but you know someone.
Yeah, we got it. But is it a waste to do that? I don't know.
I mean, and then it's like not our logo and people think it's like I think we
Right.
should do that one right there, the same colors.
Same colors, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Sounds good. I like your taste.
I don't know. Can you guys see that logo up there? Which way is it? That way. That one. Whew.
All right. It's Flower Pot Monday. Dabbing Monday.
Oh. Delicious, delicious.
You know.
So this Thursday we will be in Orlando. Go to greencarpetevents.com if you want to be a vendor or if you want to reserve some tickets to let us know how many people are coming. And we'll be there from 4:20 until probably about midnight. And from 4:20 to 7 is the green carpet meet and greet.
Yes.
I'm sorry, the Orlando Normal.
I don't normally. Yeah.
Orlando Normal members meet and greet. It's going to be from 4:20 to 7, and from 6 to 7 is when we're going to have the official meeting. Speaking, and I have an announcement with this Rainbow Connection.
Oh, you know what we need for that? A logo.
We do. Rainbow and a pot leaf.
It's on the agenda for today. I was thinking like the more you know, but instead of the star, the pot leaf.
Yes, we
at
should
the
do that
end,
for
like
sure.
The shooting
Yeah.
star.
So we have this Rainbow Connection project that we're working on. So we'll be announcing that Thursday at the Orlando Normal meeting. And then we'll also announce it live when we go live that night.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
I like this logo because it's it's got the morning
Yeah.
in it and it's got the pot leaf in it.
Can you put 7:10ish morning show?
The only problem with that logo is it's a little generic, so I gotta do something. I do
Put a
something.
7:10 in there.
Where?
All that open space.
710 in there.
All that open space somewhere. I don't know.
I need some ideas. Somebody some
Around
ideas.
the outside 7:10 morning show.
Around the outside. I like that.
So James, when can we get down there? We have a lot of stuff coming up. This month we are going to New Jersey. And next month we have, well, we always have a lot of stuff going on. We always have 2 events every month. We're booked out through September. And then October is when they're in session, right, in Tallahassee.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought about going up there.
Right.
And then November 6th and 7th is the Florida Cannabis Festival. And then we're thinking sometime maybe after that, going down to Mexico.
Wow, that's quite the agenda.
And then we have Christmas and New Year's, and we want to do this music festival, Canna Block Party.
Yeah. How do we do that?
Hmm.
We're gonna need some help. I need an event organizer that knows city permits and shit like that. I'm terrible with that.
Well, I think they know about that over at Respectables.
Yeah.
So I think we can get a lot of help from them.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. People that know people get stuff done. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think so too.
What types of bands do we get to play? Like reggae bands? I think that's the most chill music.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of beachy vibe too.
I love it. I like the steel drums. I like the steel drums. I'm ready to get down on vacation to some island. We're gonna need to do that after all this stuff. We're gonna need to get away. Get away.
I need to go to vacation Mexico.
Yeah.
Which is a little different than actual Mexico. To go to the one where they just try and buy my sandals all day on the beach. Some nice sandals, man.
Yeah.
And brush up on some Spanish. See.
Yes, I know the basics.
Dos cervezas, por favor.
There's a dispensary in AC. Do they do medical reciprocal over there?
That's a good question.
In New Jersey, we'll be able to purchase from there.
It's a good question, but also
it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
But I think it'd be cool to do anyway.
It would be a fun thing to
make
do.
that trip.
Yeah,
we can document it, take pictures. And and it'd be cool.
Should go see that New Jersey Weed Man.
Yes, I definitely want to go by his place for sure. And hopefully he'll be there. Who knows?
That see how it doesn't matter. Just go to the Weed Man.
Yeah.
Across from City Hall.
Yeah. I know it doesn't matter. I'm just saying.
No, I agree with you. I think it'd be a really cool thing to go there and see see if they have reciprocity and go to the dispensaries there. I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
New Jersey.
So interesting. City. That's soon. When is it? It's we're leaving August 20th to the 23rd, and Carrie's gonna be there.
It is
and Adam. And your friend Rob lives near there, you said, right?
He lives in Long Island. He said he's going to come down for it.
Cool.
Which would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, exciting. So I think my friend Josh lives in Jersey. I want to see if I can get him to come down.
You should also talk to that guy who's the announcer for the wrestling match.
I think Shane is preoccupied with another wrestling event that they're doing called Basket Brawl.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What's that about?
Basket Brawl.
That's right. Apparently wrestling is like like local wrestling is like a thing now. It was somewhere else. I think they had it at the Champ Show or something. Or something out in
that show looked really good. There was a lot of people out there.
Yes, there was.
3J's made it out there.
Yeah. With all the controversy out there. So
yeah, with the Delta 8.
Yeah.
It's great.
Champs can be a lot of fun.
So Adam, are you saying that they do have that law where they reciprocate the medical cards, but then no one actually honors it?
That's interesting.
I wonder if that's what he's talking about. I don't know, but we gotta look into that. Let's see.
I think we should.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm ready to go. You ready to wrap it up?
Out of fluid here.
Yeah. All right, guys. Happy Monday.
All right.
And get shit done.
Everybody have a great Monday. And we will see you
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Awesome. Oh, thanks, Chris. And also reach out to Pete at Florida Cannabis Coalition.
Chris, thank you. Appreciate
'Cause
that.
that's easier to get a response from Pete than from me.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Good. No, do not Google Turkish oil wrestling, anyone.
Bye, Wendy.
Don't.
Turkish